welcome. Hello everybody. Hello everybody, welcome to Division 3 at Portimao. It's been a while since I've been on comms, it's been a while since I've done anything, and now we're back. Let's get this show on the road. There is too many drivers that still need an invite. This is... okay. I think everyone online is in the lobby right now. So, I guess I just have to wait. Because I don't think there is anything to invite right now. We'll just get the stream up and everything ready. Back on the comms, we didn't do any in Spa or Monza. I think it's been a while. Definitely been a while. I think it was D3 back in Qatar? It was nearly a month ago. Whoa. Rayson saying his internet's cut out. Oh. Who's on comms? Diamonds, your least favourite owner. Anyway, hello Jundi. You are racing today or not? Not apparently. So, yeah. Okay, so you, Gaz, Valtzi, Charles Henry, Umka, declined. So it should be 16 people in, and one's got internet issues. Nope, 2 of them. Husky's nowhere, Zedden is nowhere, and okay. So looks like we'll be readying with 11 right now. Nope, Hessam left the lobby and now he's coming back into the lobby, and he hasn't added me, but he's presumably added to Ushteri because he keeps getting invites somehow. Now, the Portuguese Grand Prix, it's not a circuit that I think most people drive a lot on this game. I think it's one of the lower use circuits on this game, considering it is an extra DLC track instead of a track currently on the Formula 1 calendar, and it does serve up a lot of challenges across its 15 corners. Like that turn 1, very high speed corner, you take it in like 6th gear I think when you're at full pace Q3 quali lap, and big sausage curb on the inside that you don't want to hit. And I think it's a very safe bet to say that at least one driver is hitting that sausage curb and taking a little spin as they push on. From then on, it's turn 2, easy flat out, and then your heavy braking for your first heavy braking zone of the lap into turn 3. Most heavy braking zones are at turn 1, not at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Turn 3 hairpin, very low speed corner, one of the lowest on the track and possibly the lowest in sector 1, because you'll be up the hill almost flat out, but I think you have to take a lift for turn 4, and then your second DRS zone short straight downhill towards the turn 5 hairpin, and that one I think is just a sector 2 starts, and that will be very low speed as well. Then you're flat out through 6, and turn 7 I think you can take flat out in quali, but you have to take a lift in the race. And turn 8, very uphill, easy to spin, and you'll be looking at the top left of the track map. It's really hard to describe without any sort of like pointer arrow. So turn 8, very low speed, and then it's another flat out left, and then a double 10 and 11 that steers uphill through the entry, and then it levels off through the corner and then goes all the way downhill on the exit. Portimao is Very, very roller coaster type track. Lots of undulation, up and down its gradients, and it's very, very easy to spin it on the exit out of a lot of these corners. And you can see the ready up bar on the top, which means we are going to be underway with a smaller than usual field. Not people, not here when they should be. It's quite disappointing, but we should be have a good race in time. Right, so how many more drivers are we expecting? 3. Hessam, Florian are coming. Rayson has internet issues. Zedden and Husky are AWOL. So that is the news on the 5 drivers. It is a sprint weekend. We have we're going to be ending this season on. Oh no, I have just tripped a wire on my monitor by accident. I don't know if the screen has gone black for you, but it has gone black for me. Alright, nope, it's back. So I think it's just a display thing on my end, because screen went totally out for me for a sec, but looks like everything is back. My microphone should be on. I'll just radio check. Yeah, it does work. And thankfully it's not full quality, because less drivers always better when you've got short quali. You'll chill here for quali. Have you got a quali ban or something? I think you well, you can enjoy the stream while we wait for someone to leave the garage. Oh, King Dream's in first gear. Everyone else is in neutral, but King Dream is in first gear. Oh, there we go. Ibrahim's always first out on track. This is just the history of Ibrahim. If you know him well enough as a driver, you know no matter what quali session, this guy always goes out first. It's a very, very safe bet for anyone to make, really, to say that Ibrahim is going to be the first man out on track. Always wants to set the first lap. Doesn't seem to give a shit about track evolution, but he's fast enough anyway in D3 that it doesn't matter for him too much. Yes, you should just retire. You can do one out lap if you want, but there's no point because you don't have a teammate to slipstream or anything, so yeah, you can just retire. Ibrahim on his out lap. Trixie, and he's a debutant, I think, making his debut in HDR. One invite to Hassam, please. Okay, aha. I didn't know I had him added, but apparently I do, so you should be in good. J Mohatex. Wait, no. I Mohatex. My phone's really far from where I'm sitting right now, so that was not an easy username to read as a first time. That's the first time I've seen you in the Twitch chat for one of my comms. Who will be the first one setting a lap? It will be Ibrahim, and he's coming around the final corner now. I think he turned on his battery a little bit late, because he shouldn't have this much battery starting the lap. I think he's about 1-2% too high, but let's see. It shouldn't affect his sector 1 time too much. Going into the first corner, high speed right, as I said. Track usage is solid for D3. He keeps it within the white lines, and that's all you need at this stage for a banker lap. And looking solid enough from Ibrahim, the British driver, doing reasonably well so far. 21.9, nothing wrong with that as a sector 1 time. It's quite a modest effort. He's not really pushing the full limits of it, but it's good enough considering this is just a banker lap. And he is flat out through turn 7, as I said. And now turn 8, he almost drops it, almost spins it. You can see the oversteer going through the Alfa Romeo, even on the onboard. Very, very clear to see. And now he's going flat and downhill and then back uphill. K5 is awake for this. Let's go! Love seeing you here, K5. Hello, my Pookie. Ibrahim hitting the apex nicely for turn 12. and now sweeps it round for the final proper corner, and he misses the apex quite widely, but I think he should be able to get away with it. We'll come up to the line and see what time he's gonna do. Is he gonna run out of battery? No, this ain't Qatar, that doesn't happen. 17-3. 11 people. Can I join, says K5. Mate, if you were allowed to join, I would join as well, mate. Where was... I thought I invited Hassam. I could swear I did. Swear I did. He's not... Is he even here? Apparently not. He's just nowhere. And Deadly Muffin Man is invalid. JW Curtis 3/10 down. Truxie fastest out of the banker laps at the moment, and 1/10 faster than Ibrahim tells me that he is decently fast. Beating Ibrahim by 10th is not the easiest in D3. There's plenty of drivers that can, but not many drivers that do. JW Curtis and now Mihai requested to join. The guy hits decline on the check and changes his mind like halfway through. It's funny. JW Curtis P3 and not too far off. Ice Cream says disagree, and that is Mihai in the session, and that will be his debut as well, as far as I know off the top of my head. Beating Ibrahim, besting Ibrahim requires perfect lap and cheating. Yeah, for you, Mr. Washed Stride Esports driver. For you, mate. King Green currently at the passenger of the field. He's 4 drivers set a lap, and he is the slowest of them so far. He is on his in lap, and Deadly Muffin Man has set a lap that's slower than Ibrahim. He used up all his battery on his invalid lap. One more invite, I'm changing DNS. This rate you're gonna DNS. Did not start. Alright, there you go, there's your invite. And Shifty to the top of the pile, 4/10 quicker than everybody else. We missed his lap, but we could tell it was pretty fast because he's comfortably clear of the field. And this is the time to push now, because this is short qualifying, not the full version, which means you want to get your laps, your best laps, your 100% push laps in this session. There's no waiting around for Q3. Nope, you have to be on the pace, on the ball, right here, right now. Truxie still second, and any other drivers on laps? No. It is a pretty quiet field right now. Ruben Scott starting his lap. He's normally a very quick driver in general, and Portimao I think should be a decent track for the Aston Martin car. So let's see how he takes this one. Gets the apex nicely. Full traction control. I can't choose my Ferrari. What the... You should be able to. It always works for me when you join mid-quali. You just click on take control. It always works for me. I don't know how to deal with that. I can be your comms tech support if you want, but I don't know. I think it should be fine. Ruben Scott going through sector 2 now, just finishing it off. The game didn't give it to me. Your mic sounds low. Where do I turn up? Does this turn up the mic at all? Does this turn the mic up? I just turned my microphone... I just turned my headset volume up so the game sounds louder for me. So, I don't know if that affects the microphone volume at all. Ruben Scott up to the line, goes to the front row, but that is still a pretty big chasm to Shifty Wizard up on pole position right now. No one's that close to him. I know these are all bankers, but these guys have to be closer, even at this stage. And Twooshterry is doing 2 outlaps, it looks like. He couldn't warm the tyres up with 1 outlap, so he's gone and done 2. And now he'll be starting his hot lap after taking the extra time to warm up his tyres. But realistically on this game, especially at Portimao, you shouldn't need that time. But he has taken that time, so he will have a slight bit of tyre wear extra. Mihai has retired and left the session already. Sounds nice. Nice. Fusteri sweeping through. And now down the hill we plunge. 21.9, that is up there with Ibrahim's time, but that isn't up there with Shifty Wizard's time. Mihai back in the session. It's causing a lot of lag for everyone else in the lobby, these disconnects. Fusteri keeping it up in 7th gear for the flat out corner. I would really think you want to rev the engine in 6th gear, but he's gone for 7th, and it looks like he wants to use low revs throughout the lap. And he hits the sausage curb, sends him a little bit wide, but he just about keeps it within the limits. And now 51.9 is a pretty good time, and I think that could put him ahead of Truxy, but I think it's still a little bit far away to challenge Shifty Wizard on pole position. But with 8.5 minutes to go, Fusteri looks the most likely to set a fast time right now. He'll be the next car to cross the line. He's going to cross it in about 3, 2, 1, and that is P3 ahead of Truxy, as I said, by only 0.03 of a second. But the Shifty Wizard pole time from earlier on still stays strong. Right, who else is on the lap? Truxy is invalid. Ibrahim is... I don't know. I think he just made a mistake and he's on an in-lap or something. Lehman is nowhere right now. King Green's half a second down on himself already, so that's not the sign he wants. And now he's found a bit of time back. He's a 10th up on his previous lap, but he needs to be a little bit more than a 10th up because he's 1.1 second off the P6. And Deadly Muffin Man only found 0.06 of a second this early. This is not good from the bottom two at all. They are looking like back row for sure at this rate. And he's invalid. King Ream's still going on, and he's about a second off his teammate, and only a 10th and a bit up, so I doubt he's finding any improvement in terms of position. Dodger is 0.3 away in P8, and these lines are painful to watch. King Ream down to 2nd gear for that corner. Oh, the time lost there must be immense. That hurts to watch. And he loses all that time in the 3rd sector, can't improve, and still P9. It's another day of King Ream. JW Curtis is slightly down on his time, and he's pitting. He has given this one up. And Truxy is 0.02 of a second up on his time. He's almost matching his previous lap, but he should be able to find a bit more time from the track evolution that will now welcome him to Sector 2 and Sector 3, plunging his way uphill and then back downhill and then uphill again through turns 11 and now turn 12, and a purple sector on the dash, but those purple sectors are usually lying to you. If he is going to find an improvement, it will be ahead of Ruben Scott, but the Shifty Wizard pole time is still looking out of reach for all of these drivers right now. Truxy in the McLaren coming up to the line. He's got the car pointed straight now, and now headed for the start line, and he's up to the front row ahead of Ruben Scott, but still not enough to beat Shifty's pole time. At this rate, Shifty will have a fairly easy time defending his 16.8 pole. And Hessam still can't select a car, or what? What's this? Even Mihai joined and selected a car. I don't get what's going on. And there's no sign of racing anywhere. Or Husky. They just died. Your game is freezing on board. Oh. The horrible F1 23 experience strikes again. Hassam has left the session again. Nobody is on track to challenge right now. Very, very quiet quali. Let's watch a Shifty Wizard outlap now. Florian finally ready to join with not a lot of time left, but he'll have time for one run at least. And let's find you. Aha. How about... yeah, okay. There we go. Pick a car quickly. You have time for one run, about 3.5 minutes. You took Ferrari. Hope that's okay. Invite. Okay. Well, there's not much going on right now, so... right. How many more? 1, 2... 3. Alright, let's ride on board for a lap of Shifty Wizard around Portimao. He is the current pole man and looking to extend his advantage now. He goes on the soft tyres. Minimum fuel, maximum battery and maximum driver skill will be on display throughout this qualifying run, using all the track he can into turn 1. Doesn't get it quite on the apex, but it's still looking very, very good for him. Doesn't get it quite on the apex again. He could be losing a little bit of time through the first 3 corners of the lap. But out of turn 4, we'll check how his delta stacks up against himself. And he is just under a 10th up on his lap. Hesab and Flandex have now joined the party, and they'll be ASAP trying to get out of that garage to set one and only one qualifying lap. Deadly Muffin Man just realised the sprint is next, as he just been driving like it's Q1, and Shifty Wizard has been driving like it's the lap of his life right now. He's keeping it firm, he's keeping it solid, he's keeping it stable throughout turn 9, 10, 11, and now turn 12. He's almost 3/10 up on his lap. This could be a pole lap that threatens D2 times that we are going to see tomorrow. Shifty Wizard, as wide as he can go, as wide as he can get away with. Oh, that is so close, like practically millimeters. And now up to the line. Is this going to be the extended pole lap? Yes, it is. Shifty is down to a 16.4. And that is a dominant pole lap that nobody is getting close to at the moment. That looks very, very unbeatable. And he's done it with a minute and a half left to go in this session. So he hasn't even used the maximum track evolution. He is just that good. K5 saying, I ain't beating that lap. I'm not even sure if I can beat that lap. I mean, you should, because both of you are going to have the same setups. Both of you have my setups, so there's no reason why you can't beat him. And you use all the assists. He doesn't use that many assists. Get him out of D3, he's too good. I think we have to wait for next season to do that. Is Shifty going to slipstream Deadly now? Like, this could be some really, really ultra mega Mercedes brain. Like, this could be really ultra Mercedes if Shifty's not pitting this lap, then I genuinely am intrigued to see this, if there's any sort of slipstream. Ibrahim up to the front row, but I want to watch any slipstream gaming. No? Is he boxing? I think he's boxing. Yeah, he's boxing. Right, who do we want to watch now? Trixie up to the line. The line comes at you very quickly. He's using that inside line. He'll save a few hundredths of a second. Up to the line. Can he challenge Ibrahim? No, he can't. He's up to P3 still. Still in P3. Ruben Scott, very, very bad on the throttle. Had to use an extra bit of throttle, and he's 1,000th of a second down. Bit of a poor line through turn 11. But turn 12, he's got it spot on that apex. And he hasn't got the track usage there, but it should be good enough. He's only 1,000th. He needs to find a lot of time in Sector 3 if he wants a chance of beating Trixie. Otherwise, he'll just be consolidating the already good P4 he has. And he's lifted. He's backed off. He's done for. Ruben Scott's finished. Tuister is not done yet. He still has a little bit of time. Flandex purple Sector 2. And Flandex is up to P4 on his only qualifying run. What a lap from Flandex. That came out of nowhere. And Hessam, on his only quali run, is coming to the line now. What's he going to do? He's going to go to the front row! On only one qualifying lap, Hessam is up to P2 in his Ferrari. And Stein is going to absolutely love that one. Shifty Wizard has his competitor laid there right behind him for the race. Hessam only 0.05 of a second off Shifty with only one qualifying lap. Now that is a lap and a half. And Trixie can't challenge. And that is going to be qualifying done and dusted. Shifty Wizard takes pole. But boy did Hessam have a really, really good shot at it with only one quali run. Wow. Imagine if he had all the quali runs. Could have taken pole. Very, very impressive. And there's your final qualifying order. Shifty Wizard on pole, followed by Hessam, and then a good gap behind to Ibrahim, Trixie, to Sterry, Flandex, Ruben Scott, all within their own sort of battle pack. And then you have to go back 0.6 to reach JW Curtis. And then another 4 for Dodger and Lehman, who are very, very close by. And then in another Formula, but Formula 2 instead of Formula 1, Deadly Muffin Man and King Green, 2.1 and 2.2 seconds off the pace. Mihai could not set a lap, and Sourtub has a qualifying ban. And that will be for the sprint. I keep forgetting there's a sprint. Banana. Oh. If I had my camera on, then you see. I don't even have a camera. Right, nobody ready up. Tuister will have put the ready up time in the announcements or something. Just don't click a button until then. Put it on, lad. You can do it for the content. I don't have a camera. I literally don't. I don't have a PS camera yet. When I switch to PC, maybe I'll have one. Also, I'm gonna get absolutely roasted for my looks. I'm sorry. F tier, negative 10 out of 10, anti-Riz. That I'm not him. Hi Bram, says K5. Hello mate, says Bram. Can you slow down please this weekend, says K5. Can you stop harassing me, says Bram. Nah, I just made that up. But it is raining. Is it inters or wets? I think it's inters. Oh, someone readied up. I'm gonna see if anyone believes that the comms can ready. 5 red lights for the Portuguese Grand Prix sprint. And it is lights out and away we go. Shifty Wizard gets a good start, but Hessam, I think, gets a bad start. I thought he got a better start, but Ibrahim got a better start, and he's coming alongside Shifty into the first corner, and Ibrahim is straight into the lead from P3 in quali to P1 in the sprint, and Shifty has lost 2 places already. He was absolutely caught napping with that, and the Inter's sprint has really caught him napping. Ibrahim straight up into the lead. Hessam 3/10 back, and Shifty coming under pressure from Trixie right now. Shifty's got no grip, and a safety car is already being deployed, and there's already sort of contact under the safety car between Deadly Muffin Man and Ruben Scott, and Deadly Muffin Man gets a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision, and that's going to be a BS one that gets removed, and Shifty's back up into second under the safety car. I don't even know how that's happened, but That's a post-race investigation issue, not a comms issue. And both Williams are well down the order, lost 2 places, lost 5 places. Mihai is all the way at the back, but nobody has DNF'd. Has he got a front wing on that car? No, he has not. Anyone else without a front wing? Nope, just Mihai. Mihai did something, or had something done to him, and he is now last without a front wing and in need of boxing. King Dream has gained a place off the start. Dodgers lost one. Sour Tub with the best start of the field, from last to P9. Deadly Muffin Man with a great start as well, up to P8. And JW Curtis and Mihai somehow swapping positions under the safety car. Don't ask me how the game lets you do that. It doesn't. Twostary in 5th, and Trixie, Hessam and Shifty is in 2nd place, and Ibrahim is still in 1st place. Trying to do some... Drink the rain. Huh? It's not raining outside right now, so I guess. Oh wait, what? King Dream's? Oh my, what's he done? Did he crash on the track or what?
Huh?
Did King Dream just crash under the safety car? This is some new low. A lot of 3 front wings being changed. And Ruben Scott is fast. Why would you fake to pit on a safety car on lap 1? For fun. It's just funny. I would do it as well. Everyone does it. I mean, I do it when I have no plans to pit, because being a cunt is better than not being a cunt when you're driving. Now he has to start brake dragging to warm the tyres up again. I hope they realise... Oh wait, I was going to talk about engine temps not getting over 130, but that's not an issue in the rain. But in the dry, when you're in the slipstream for too long, your engine overheats, which then gives you less power. And drivers in D1 realise it. Like, you'll see drivers pulling out the slipstream to avoid overheating their engine. But I don't think anyone on the D3 grid knows that, so a lot of them could just be driving around with like 136 degree engine and then losing like 3-4 miles an hour on the straights, and then afterwards they think it's just the downforce, when reality it's the engine. Ibrahim, is he gonna fake pit again? Nah, he's boring. Hassam, Trixie, Twostary, they should all be on the inters. Everyone obviously same age, same wear inters roughly, unless someone's really cooked their tyres under the safety car. Ruben Scott, Mihai and Deadly Muffin Man have a only 1 lap tyre advantage, but that means basically nothing. And now that Mihai is exceeding track limits under safety car, I don't even know what the point of collecting warnings like that is. What do you gain? I don't get it. Deadly Muffin Man will be at the back of the pack because King Dream is out on lap 1, and Ibrahim in his Alfa Romeo will be directly behind the Mercedes safety car. He's in a Mercedes sandwich. Mercedes safety car in front and a Mercedes F1 car right behind him. One driven by Burnt Mylander, one driven by Shifty Whizzer. Ibrahim has to wait for the safety car to go in, and then Shifty Whizzer has to try stay on his tail, get the slipstream, get the battery going, and try retake the lead. Because Ibrahim got off to a lifetime start. Ibrahim is one of, frankly, the most fairly frustrating league racers you'll ever get. Like, he always gets rocket starts, and he's just fast when you don't expect him to be fast. And then he's like super aggressive in battle, but not to the point where you can report him. So it's like really frustrating because you know what he's doing is like you can't get past, but then you can't report him either, so he just always wins. And I'm not going to say I had first-hand experience, but I've definitely seen it with him. Ibrahim goes early, and Shifty's caught lacking. Hessam goes too early and has to drop back. Has to give the place back, but I think he might still be on the back of Shifty, because Shifty got a horrible safety car restart, and now he has to go defensive, but Hessam can't get the overspeed. Truxie can get the overspeed, and down the inside goes the McLaren into turn 1, and that is Truxie ahead, and Touge is in a spin, and that is him down the order, as well as Dodger. Did they both make contact, or did they just have synchronized spins? Deadly Muffin Man up to P11, Mihai in P10, Lehman in P9. Mihai's trying to go for a gap on the inside, and that's Flandex slowing down dramatically. I don't know if he's giving positions back or something, but I'm really confused by that. And that is Ruben Scott now splitting the Williams of JW Curtis and Lehman to get past and puts Aston Martin up into P7. He's having a great restart for him. And then no more battles going on right now near the front. There's a lot of battles going on near the back though, with Deadly Muffin Man, Mihai, Flandex all following very closely, and he has to be patient because Lehman is slow, and he has made a mistake that has let Flandex through. I was going to say he has to wait for the straight, but he doesn't even need to because he has already been gifted, and Deadly goes for the dive on the inside. Normally you'd never try that, but with how much Lehman is struggling, you might as well get away with it. Has he got damage or something, or is he just having a really bad lap? We'll see if he pits this lap, but Deadly Muffin Man can't get past, and Ibrahim sets fastest. Shifty goes even faster, and Laban is off the road, and now Laban's getting overtaken by Deadly Muffin Man. Mihai can't get the overspeed on Ruben Scott. Deadly Muffin Man up to P10, and he is clear of that Williams. Goes defensive just in case, and Two-Sterry should be on the back of Lehman's fairly quickly. He seems to be an easy target for the field right now. Hessam was faster than Trixie in qualifying, but he's now found himself behind him in the race. So let's see if he can get past. But Ruben Scott, no questions about if he can get past. He's past the second Williams. He makes a little bit of contact, goes super aggressive at the apex. That's Ruben Scott up to P6. And Sourtub, from last on the grid, is up to P5. This is a great sprint drive from Sourtub. And Hessam in P4 is so close to Trixie. Deadly Muffin Man getting another time penalty. He's the only one in the field who has time pens to his name at the moment. And they can't wait for DRS because it's raining, so he's going to have to find a way to get creative and get the move done without the rear wing being enabled. And Hessam just has to keep his lines smooth and steady. He's using a lot more track than Trixie right now, but he'll be getting a little bit more understeer from the dirty air. Deadly Muffin Man is battling Two-Sterry in the background. Two-Sterry trying to go around the outside of Deadly Muffin Man. It's the Mercedes versus the Haas. They make a little bit of wheel contact, and Two-Sterry has to stay behind, but on the exit, he goes, tries it, and Hessam tries it on Trixie. Trixie's going defensive when he doesn't need to, and that could give Hessam a chance into turn 3, but he's not close enough. I thought he would be, but he's not, and Deadly Muffin Man is just ahead of Touge, who has to back out, but Deadly Muffin Man almost goes deep, but keeps it within the track limits. And now, let's keep watching this battle. I'm thoroughly invested, and Dodger's retired in the pits. Don't cause a safety car, and it has not caused a safety car because he is in the pits. And Trixie's got a horrible exit. Trixie with a horrible exit, and now suddenly Hessam is all over the back of him into turn 7. Trixie goes defensive, and he holds the high ground on Hessam, but the high ground turns into the low ground as he's the first to plunge down the hill and then swiftly back up and over the crest as Trixie stays ahead of Hessam. The wet weather must have caught out a lot of drivers here in Portimao, and Shifty can't even get within that magical 1 second of Ibrahim just yet. Now he is, but not quite. And Mihai's on the back of Curtis in the background, but he's rapidly dropped back. And Trixie and Hessam are both using a lot of battery to battle each other. Hessam knows he has to get this move done now, because I don't think he'll get any more chances throughout the rest of this race if he doesn't. And he's going for it now, but Trixie's got more battery, and Hessam has run out, and Trixie stays ahead, and this time he does not need to go defensive. So, try as he might, catching is one thing, passing is another, and Hessam can't get past again. It's going to take forcing the mistake. It's like karts on a narrow track. You could be 5-6 tenths a lap faster than the car in front of you, but you just have to keep forcing their mistakes and keep getting switchback after switchback until finally you get past. Mihai's trying to go around the outside now. Doesn't go for the inside line. Goes for the late braking around the outside. JW Curtis brakes on time, leaves him the space, and Mihai is passed in that Ferrari. And Toulouse is also past Flandex, who's now dropped a place to Lehman as well. Flandex off the road. If that was Toulouse's fault, I didn't see that. And I'm going to assume all went clean in that move. But Trixie is doing a sterling job of defending from Hessam at the moment. Hessam's not trying anything too aggressive. This is what pure racing can be sometimes. It doesn't have to involve side-by-side battles every lap. It can just be a faster car pressuring a slower car and the slower car soaking it up like a sponge. Both of them charging their battery quite efficiently. Already charged like 20+%, and Trixie's off the road, and so is Hessam. Both of them are pushing their luck on track limits. Hessam in the slipstream, but Trixie has the straight line speed on him at the moment. He needs even more pace advantage at the moment. How is he going to get it? He needs either somehow a tire advantage, he needs to save more battery while he's stuck behind him. He needs to think of something, because at this point, it's just not working for him. But it might be now. He has to be ultra aggressive if he goes into the braking zone like this. But he has a look, but thinks better of it. He could not get close enough. And Hessam is following his gearbox. You can read that McLaren rear wing so clearly. Even if you've got the world's thickest glasses, it very, very clearly says Dark Trace. That is how close Hessam is following to Trixie right now. He is going to be very, very familiar with the McLaren rear wing by the end of this sprint. Only a tenth away, but he just can't get past. He needs to find a way to force his way past. Portimao isn't a particularly hard track to overtake, but in wet conditions where the other driver knows what they're doing, it does become an overtaking fortress sometimes. The battle for the podium still going on, while Ibrahim is very comfortable out in the lead. Shifty is very, very comfortable out in second place. Especially while Trixie's under pressure from Hessam, he'll be continuously driving to his mirrors instead of driving towards Shifty. And now Hessam has a chance. He's not using his battery. Hessam in the slipstream, and Trixie goes defensive without using his battery. Forcing him defensive is all he can do right now, and he still can't find a way through. He's still stuck behind the McLaren, firmly there, like glue. Trixie is putting on a defensive masterclass at the moment to hold off Hessam. And Flandex and Twusteri are having a nice battle at the back of the pack. Flandex back ahead of Twuj, and Hessam still following the McLaren. With just constant chess between them. You make a move there. Check. You think you've got him, but no, he finds a way to escape. When will the next strike be? He just... Through Sector 2, you just have to wait for a mistake, because if he's got the car pointed in the right direction, you're not getting past easily. You just have to wait for a mistake, or get a switchback, or just try anything. Lap 9 of 11 of the sprint, and Hessam is still stuck behind Trixie for P3. And Hessam's got 3-second pen, and that is going to ruin his chances of the podium now. And all that good work, just for nothing. And Trixie's now got the gap to him, and as Jindy Cindy said, he's struggling with his line through the corners, and that could be Hessam's chances all over. He was putting all the pressure on him, but he made a mistake, and he is going to pay the price for it. Mihai off the road, Ruben Scott up to P6, and that will be 2 safety car pitters doing very, very well from the restart. The other one of Deadly Muffin Man, not so much. He's at the back of the field and only losing more and more time. He's going to have to pray for a dry race, because clearly the wet weather dice is not for him. Lehman deep into the corner, but everyone else behind him isn't putting up particularly good lines themselves, so he should be fine. The next closest battle, I guess, is Ruben Scott to Sourtub, because Ruben Scott 1 lap fresher tyres, and Sourtub from the back of the grid got to P5, but he can't go any better than this. Ruben Scott can, because he can get past Sourtub, except Mihai is still only 2/10 back from him. He's a lot faster than I thought he was, and he's pressuring that Aston Martin a lot more than I thought he would. So Mihai is starting to cook here, despite having to pit under the safety car. It's Ruben Scott on the defense, not the attack, and he goes deep into the corner, and Ruben Scott's been overtaken by Mihai. Hello, King Gaz. I hope you're enjoying the action at the moment. I heard something about beer or something in chat as being the reason you're not racing. I hope you enjoyed whatever evening or afternoon that was. Sourtub still in P5. Now it's his turn to park the bus, just as Trixie has been doing for the entire race. Mihai coming towards the AlphaTauri. He needs to force a defensive shape from him, but he can't quite do it. And Sourtub still in P5, doing a sterling job as his teammate King Gaz watches on. His team principal King Gaz watching on, but as I say that, Mihai goes straight round the outside of Sourtub through turn 4. You don't see moves very often at turn 4, and that is expert stuff from Mihai to put that Ferrari up into P5. Sourtub slightly wide on the exit of turn 3, and I did not expect that through turn 4 at all, but Mihai just saw the gap and took his chance. Mihai making it a Ferrari 4-5. Sourtub down to P6, Ruben Scott down to P7, and Mihai is the big winner of all of them. Fladex P10 at the moment, Pushterry P11, Deadly Muffin Man P12, both Haas cars having a nightmare day, and JB Hester will not be happy seeing this. You know who will be happy? Team Principal Arweb, because his man Ibrahim wins the Portimao sprint, and Shifty closed up a ton at the end because of all the weaving Ibrahim was doing, but it's not enough, and he's 4.5 back. Trixie on the podium on debut. I think Hesam on debut as well, P4. Mihai on debut, P5, doing a great job, and Sourtub from the back of the grid, P6. King Gaz wanted Ibrahim to win, Shifty to win. He did not want Ibrahim on the top step of the podium, and Ibrahim has gone and just done that from P3 on the grid. It was a rocket start that got him the win, quite frankly, because you saw with Trixie and Hesam just how difficult it is to overtake once you have track position, and Ibrahim got that track position straight off the start line and held it throughout the rest of the race. And here we go, sprint results. And only 14 runners, so this will be a fairly easy screenshot. We don't even need 2 of them. Ibrahim winning the sprint, and Shifty will be starting second for the race. Then Trixie, Hesam, Mihai, Sourtub, Ruben Scott, JW Curtis, Lehman, Flandex, Touge, Deadly Muffin Man, Dodger, and King Green being your 2 DNFs. And severe collision with Ruben Scott under the safety car apparently. Lots of track limits warnings. Wait, how did Touge get that many track limits? Wait, did he? How do you get 3 track limits 5 track limits warnings in 1 lap? What was this man doing? See, this is why you don't trade Touge for Ibrahim. I will always mock whoever decided that was a good transfer deal. That is my #1 go-to bully. The guy you traded off has just won the sprint, and the guy you brought in has got 5 warnings on 1 lap. Jamie Hester did the trade. Classic. Traded Touge for Ibrahim. Let go of Ibrahim, i.e. a guy who can win races, for Touge, a guy who has 0 race wins this season? I don't know. But what I do know is he's definitely below Ibrahim in the championship right now. I hope nobody readies up, but I feel like someone will, because there's a lot of newcomers. I think one man hit my tire and spun. I guess you would find that out post-race. Curtis complaining of a game freeze. Apparently he left the session. I didn't know that. I guess I have to invite him before he gets fucked over on this restart. Where is he? Where is he? I can't find him. He's not there. I should, nah. I'm confused. I don't see him. I don't see him. There should be an overtake award, says Beehi. Diamonds hope everything's okay, mate. Now it is. Sort of. I'll be back as owner when everything's fully okay. You're out on works. Still got time to watch the stream. Lovely. D2 tomorrow. D1 Sunday. How did we go this? If I was Mars, I wouldn't let you back. Maybe. I don't know. Mars, power-hungry dictator of HDR. That's a thought. Just, you know, take over the server. I think... if he wants. Let's see if he tries that. People on softs. Damn soft hards, I guess. Who's starting on softs? What? That must be an Ibrahim thing. Ibrahim always does the most goofy ass stuff. That's just be a bit of banter. You're always there, guys, to make the day a little bit better. Even when it's totally shite, and even when you've been totally fucked over. But anyway, we're waiting for the ready up lights. Bosh! I hope you didn't have your mic turned up in a public place. K5 M5 has just reached level 30 on the server, and I feel like I have to announce this because it's K5 and he's slightly important. Mihai saying, if I fuck up my strat, it's embarrassing because I literally have esports setups. The guy makes the esports setups. This guy makes all the setups in Stride, and I've never used any of them. Actually, I tried one of them, and it was utterly shite. But he still makes esports setups. So, he needs to cook here. K5 the GOAT. I love me some K5. K5 content will always be good content. When are we actually readying up, though? We're definitely past the don't ready up point. What time is it? It's 23. Have we just been waiting on the grid for 5 minutes? How long is this? Yeah? Don't ready up, please. I need a piss. How do you say that 4 minutes into the ready up? Can we ready up? I swear I don't have him. I don't. No way. No way I have him. Where is he? He's not there. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. His name starts with a J? I thought it was just Curtis. Have I been looking at the wrong letter this whole time? Right now we should be getting the start lights. Ready up. Let's go! The race start is upon us. Eventually. Ibrahim will be on pole. He got the rocket start in the sprint. Can he repeat that in the race? I should have gone for a piss as well. It's too late. Unless I piss in my chair like Ruben Scott. Both Red Bull cars are empty. 5 red lights for the Portuguese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. I think someone jumped the start. We'll see if there's any drive-through penalties, but it won't let me hit the interface at all. And now the interface has popped up. Shifty Wizard still in second. And Trixie and Mihai have... No, Trixie and Hessam have both taken each other out at the first corner. They spent the entire sprint battling, and now into turn 1, they have both gone too aggressive, and both of them have spun to the back of the pack. And that is a disastrous way to start 33 laps of your Grand Prix. Now, I mocked people for going on softs, but it turns out most people are on softs. And JW Curtis has already left the session because of what? Exactly. For what? I don't have you added. But that was a pretty... Apart from the turn 1 spin, nah, not really much to report on for that race start, I guess. Things happened. And more things are probably gonna happen. What? There's not really much to say. We'll find out what happens as the race develops. But right now, there isn't really much I can talk about. Ibrahim is only half a second away from Shifty. I think Ibrahim may have been a little bit too prepared for the rain, because this time Shifty is a lot closer and gaining and gaining. Ibrahim might have ran a bit too much downforce, or Shifty Wizards just got a lot of straight line speed. Ibrahim, it's very rare that he has the straight line disadvantage, and Mihai has just rammed into Ruben Scott, and he is so lucky that he is not dead right now. He has gotten away with one. Really gotten away with one. And Trusteri around the outside and off the track limits is an illegal overtake on Lehman, but he'll get away with it as long as it's not reported. Maybe I want to, I don't know. But it's a Haas and a Williams, so I don't really give a shit. A Deadly Muffin Man and Trixie are having some sort of violence going on between them two. What? That is a lot of wheel contact, that is a lot of lag. It's probably a mixture of the two, and King Dream goes off the track and he's still ahead of both of them, but I feel like he's going to get overtaken very soon, because Trixie is massively faster than King Dream as a driver. JW Curtis is DC, and so is Dodger, but Dodger I can invite back. This is why you guys have to install Twitch. I can't read the Discord and commentate. Like, that is not on my job description, and that job description was made by me and myself. So, all right, he's not there. Shifty Wizard sets fastest lap as he gets closer to Ibrahim, and a key thing that was not in the sprint but will be in the race: DRS will be enabled this lap. The two bot drivers will be caught very quickly by Trixie. He might even get DRS off of both bots if he's really lucky. Mihai is past Ruben Scott. Ruben Scott goes for a switchback maneuver and gets the podium back. So it could be a Ferrari stuck behind an Aston Martin. After watching how slowly everything runs in the wet, it feels like I'm watching fast motion 2 times speed, frankly. It's so much quicker in the dry than the wet. It's like 10 seconds a lap difference. And in real life, it's a much bigger difference. Like, I remember some of the lap times were like 40 seconds slower than normal, but that could just be the drivers being really, really cautious as well. But I think in general, real life, the grip difference is way bigger. As Ruben Scott has a big grip difference there, as he's lost all the grip, and Mihai is straight past him. But I think that might have been some DRS trickery, because now Ruben Scott's getting the position straight back, and Shifty Wizard is into the lead of the race. And Ibrahim, I think, has done some poor downforce choices, because he thrived in the wet, and he is taking a beating in the dry from Shifty. Oh, Sourtub, he's committing a little bit of terrorism on Ruben Scott, but he gets away with it just about. This is a laggy lobby to be commentating for. There's a little DRS train from Ruben Scott down to Twujsteri, and Twujsteri is now on the back of Flandex. Flandex is not that quick. Twuj should be quicker, but he is on the mediums, so anything can happen when it comes to that because tyre grip. King Dream should be overtaking them. Sam overtaking Deadly Muffin Man, who is having a Portuguese GP to forget. Oh, more contact. Mihai attacking Sourtub and attacking him a little bit too violently. Sourtub needs the DRS from Ruben Scott, otherwise he's getting overtaken, and he won't have it. And Flandex spots fresh blood here, and Twoosh spots even fresher blood right next to him. Ibrahim overtakes Shifty Wizard for the lead of the race, and Twoosh is overtaking Flandex, and Mihai is not overtaking Sourtub. Sourtub stays ahead, but there is a lot of moves going on throughout this field. And Twujsteri is off the road, and Mihai is down the inside of Sourtub, and Sourtub is almost off the road. They're side by side, going through turn 4, and Sourtub is overtaken round the outside by Mihai for the second time this weekend. And now there's Twujsteri down to the hairpin of turn 5, down the inside of Sourtub, and he is now ahead. And now he's not ahead, because Sourtub is trying to fight back, and now Twuj is back ahead of him again. My brain's struggling to keep up with all of this. Hessam is now ahead of Dodger, but that was a bot overtake, so everything is sane for... Oh my... Mechanical failure of the brain. Mihai past Twujsteri again. Suddenly there's some really big gaps that have opened up between these drivers. There could have been some front wing damage involved. We'll check at the end of the lap, see if anyone boxes. And now we have a slight chance to calm down, but I suspect it's going to be a lot of shouting again, because Twujsteri is getting ready to do battle with Mihai going into turn 1. He's 6/10 back. It's going to be a big lunge. And Shifty Wizard also going for the lunge. He doesn't need to lunge. He just needs to fly past on the straight, and he has done just that. Textbook. Sourtub in the pit lane too early. Too early for strategy, and it's going to be a front wing change. Twujsteri is past Mihai. Mihai's coming straight back at him with the better exit, but he has to back off. And Sourtub is pitting for... no front wing. Okay. And Deadly Muffin Man is pitting for... a front wing change. No! The regime is going up in smoke there. I say that, but we're also leading the race, so that's not strictly true. It would have been nice to get both cars in the points, but race winner is not bad at all. Ibrahim has the battery advantage over Shifty Wizard right now. This is the one man who can take it to Shifty right now. Everyone else has dropped back thoroughly in their own battles, but Ibrahim and Shifty have thrust themselves to the front and are now in a 1v1 battle on their own in this race. 7 seconds in 6 laps to the next car. That's just how fast both of these two guys are on the field. And Ibrahim is catching, but not passing. And off the road again. Mihai past Flandex, up to P5, and this could be a permanent move, because I don't see any immediate fight back for Flandex, unless he gets a super run into the hairpin of turn 5. Let's see if he can do that. Mihai is so squirrely on the exit. but that oversteer might have just helped him shift to the other side of the track in time. And Tuisteri is now trying to switch back on Ruben Scott, who's going defensive for no reason, and he's lost 7/10 to the car ahead just by defending thin air right now. He's trying to stop a dive bomb that's not going to come. This is not how you defend. You have to only defend when you need to. That is a key rule of racing, and that is how Tuisteri is going to get past Ruben Scott once the tyre crossover point between medium and soft kicks in. Flandex. Flandex following Mihai right now. Only 2/10. Mihai's weaving a lot on the straight. He's trying to get the car sorted. Ibrahim is now up ahead of Shifty, and Flandex gets the move done on Mihai really early, but Mihai's using no battery actually. He's just got better exit speed, and now Flandex has passed Mihai. So Shifty and Ibrahim are locked in a trade for the lead, and Tuisteri's out of battery to overtake Ruben Scott. This is his chance to get away, because if a safety car comes for the mediums at the right time, that is really going to benefit. And now that is Ruben Scott pulling out the slipstream to cool his engine, I think. I think he's learned a few tricks from the stream. He's checking his engine temps, making sure he doesn't go over 130, and clearly it's working for him. And King Green down the order. He's just been overtaken by both bots. How slow do you have to be overtaken by both bots? That is very King Green-like. Shifty and Ibrahim both on identical battery. Ibrahim has track position, but it's the dry, so track position really does not mean much. There's no point even using battery right now. Shifty, he needs to charge it, and he is starting to charge it. So he's starting to play it smart. And Ruben Scott keeping out of the slipstream to cool the engine and trying to keep it within that window, because if he does that, he'll be better off for when he needs to get aggressive and make overtakes. Trixie up to P6 after being spun around on lap 1. Very good move from Trixie. Flandex made a mistake, and Trixie just said thank you very much and capitalized right there. Lehman and Hassam are the next two cars behind the Alfa Romeo of Flandex. The Alfa Romeo of Ibrahim still leading the race. This is going to be a happy day for R-Web. He doesn't score much points for his team, but his teammates do contribute a lot, and that is helping Alfa Romeo fight for P2. JW Curtis is slow. Lehman is yellow flag, but he just had a little spin. Shifty Wizard onto the back of Ibrahim and into the lead of the race. They are swapping positions every single lap. Shifty, you need to save your battery. Can't keep doing this. What are you doing? If you're gonna box for the undercut, I guess that makes sense then. I don't know why he's looking so hard for track position right now, because clearly neither of them can get away from each other. So if I were them, like if I'm Shifty Wizard, I'm just accepting that Ibrahim is in my DRS whether I like it or not. So I save as much battery as I can, wait for the pit stop phase, and then I absolutely yeet all the battery as soon as he boxes, and then I try to do this. Shifty knows what he is doing, says Wads. Nice appearance from Wads51 there. I think it's like 1 AM for you at this time because of your time zone, or is it midnight? But somewhere around there. If it is midnight, then I wish you a happy new day, and I hope you're enjoying the stream right now. Shifty half a second ahead of Ibrahim right now. He is starting to get away though. If Ibrahim isn't in a position to repass him, then Shifty has pulled off a master stroke. But if he doesn't have the pace to get away, then it's a little bit difficult to justify trying to get ahead, trying to use up all that battery. Ibrahim's got 18% more than him, and battery deficit really takes a toll on you in the later stages of the race. Luckily, Portimao is a track with enough heavy braking zones that you can use up your battery and get away with it, but you don't want to use it too fast. Mihai straight into the back of Trixie. Trixie got past him, but Mihai wants to repass through gaps that don't exist, and Trixie is in P5, Mihai's in P6, but he's got the DRS now, and it's a drag race down to turn 5. Trixie goes defensive early on. Mihai now tries going around the outside, and this is going to be a very difficult move to pull off, and he does it expertly to perfection. Mihai back up into P5. He hasn't got much battery to show for it, but Trixie's on even less, so that will be perfect for Mihai and his race. Hessam P7 in the Ferrari. They need to start working together if they want to get past Trixie. Mihai needs to get out of the DRS of Trixie, and then Hessam gets a clean shot of passing him for the second time. Hessam got stuck behind this McLaren the sprint. Is he going to get stuck behind him in the race as well? We're about to find out. Except this time there's DRS. This time he's got a tyre differential. So let's see what happens. Shifty Wizard holding station ahead of Ibrahim right now. They have stopped passing and repassing, and it seems stable at the top. Trixie's going straight for the P5 back on Mihai, and Hessam has to stick back because he doesn't want to battle his teammate, and Trixie is back into 5th place. Mihai down to 6th. He's in turn 4 right now. He wants to go for the repass, and Deadly Muffin Man gets a track limits penalty just as I say that. And Mihai going for a repeat move around the outside of turn 5. Trixie's a little bit wiser to it this time, and now it's a traction race. Oh, the corner through turn 7 we go, and Mihai is back ahead again. Trixie, every time he gets past, Mihai straight up repasses him. And really not much you can do if you're just stuck in DRS chain links as they are, and as Shifty and Ibrahim are. Ibrahim has got more battery, but Shifty's got enough battery now that the battery deficit doesn't really matter. But Ibrahim, he's decided this lap is it. This one is the one where he has to get past, and he's getting closer, edging closer, and he is now past Shifty. 65% battery, 49%. I'm wondering how their fuel situation is. I want to somehow find a way to check the fuel on their steering wheel. Alright, is it broadcast? So, Shifty, does he want to go for the lead right now? Does he have to? I don't think he has to. Trixie, Mihai, Hessam. The battle duo from the sprint has turned into the battle trio from the race. Ruben Scott pulled clear of these guys. Lehman spun and fell back from these guys. So it's a McLaren and 2 Ferraris now racing together. Shifty has +2 laps. You've got an eagle eye. I didn't even see that, and I was trying to look. Let's see. I'm trying to look where. It's so hard to see behind the MFD toggle. I'm trying to see it. Yeah, he does. He has 2.1. And Ibrahim has... It's so hard to tell. Is that 0.36? Oh, Ibrahim's into the pits. I didn't even notice that. That's how closely I was trying to look. I think Ibrahim is much lower on fuel right now. That's why. Ibrahim into the box, and now this is where I go full send on battery. And Tuishteri up into 2nd place. Oh, turn off telemetry. I should have known that. How the hell do I commentate without realizing? Right, so 2.1, that's easy to see. I've done this before. I just forgot that you're meant to do it this time. Right, so Ibrahim out of the pit lane. I've turned off telemetry under safety car plenty of time. 0.9. No, wait, is that his delta? Has there been a safety car? No, there has not. Am I looking at his fuel or his delta right now? That's his fuel, and it's 0.97. Yeah, I think I looked at the right thing. Husky, where were you? Did you fall asleep or something? You just went, disappeared. How 13 lap old tyres? I don't know. It just has. There has not been a safety car. Shifty has to be in the pits this lap. He's saving. Stayed up too long playing Grey Zone Warfare. Never played it. Shifty boxes for mediums. And this is a key strategy decision of the race. Ibrahim's on hards and Shifty is on mediums. Now that is the tyre differential at play. Shifty will have a big advantage over Ibrahim, and it's going to disappear as the stint wears on. Ibrahim out of the pits comfortably ahead of Shifty right now. To be fair, I've had finals all week and pulled a few late nights. Is that the American version of end of year exams? I think that is. And Mihai's out. Mihai has gone somewhere in the runoff and just retired on the track. No safety car, thankfully. Sautab very brave into the entry and does not breach the limits. Good on him. Twosteri now in the lead of the race, now in command. Lap 15 of 33. End of semester cumulative exams. Oh, that sounds hella stress. I've got my equivalent of that in June some point. I think it's like early June. 3 seconds undercut. I know, right? The undercut is way more powerful than I thought. I think it's because Ibrahim used up his battery on his outlap, but Shifty didn't use his battery on his inlap. Has Shifty just lost the race right here? And Ibrahim gets free DRS from a car that boxed. So that's even more advantage. I think Ibrahim might have just won himself the race. It depends, because if Hessam holds him up, then the race swings back in Shifty's favour. But otherwise, I think Ibrahim has just won himself the race in green flag conditions. Because without a safety car, Shifty is not going to close up that much based on the evidence for stint pace on their other ones. Yeah, I guess the only thing stopping Ibrahim is the fuel situation, but he's closing up a lot to Hessam. It depends on when he catches the Ferrari. But I think Ibrahim is catching him at a perfect time in the lap. Because right as he gets onto the back of him, he's going to get DRS. So it's going to be a really, really easy pass. And Shifty Wizard is not going to close up that much. The gap's down to 3.2. So maybe Ibrahim's getting held up a little bit. But I think the DRS more than compensates. And now Ibrahim going along the straight. Hessam, he wants to put up a defense, but he can't. The tyre difference is too much. And Ibrahim is easy passed. And Twosteri is too far away to hold up Ibrahim. Ah, there's a Haas that has spun, and that is Kingreen. And he drops a place to JW Curtis. I don't even know how he had track position over Curtis, but he has now lost that place. Gap at 3.1 between Ibrahim and Shifty. Gap stays pretty constant. Mihai has left the session. That should fuck over Ibrahim more than it fucks over Shifty, I think. Because Ibrahim's on PS. Or not, because the gap's extended out to 3.4. So, yeah. Is Hessam boxing anytime soon? Because I think you're just losing too much time now. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, Shifty's gonna catch Hessam at a horrible point in the track. He needs to get him by turn 1, but he's not close enough, is he? Is he? I'm not sure. This is gonna be a tough... Is he gonna get this? Let's see. He's using up the battery, and now it becomes a bit clear cut. There we go. The move is done, and now he can chase after Ibrahim. So I think in the end, he caught him in an even more perfect place, and he got an even bigger DRS benefit. And now the gap is down to 1.9 seconds, and Shifty has to catch him and get that DRS before the tyre difference kicks in, because hard tyres over a stint length will eventually become faster than medium tyres. It's a matter of when, not if. So Shifty needs to make sure that getting in DRS happens ASAP. Two-Sterry is he, if he doesn't, I don't know how long until Ibrahim closes up to him, but I don't know. He let's ride on board with Touche. I don't know what he wants to extend to lap 19 for softs. I don't know what he wants to go to. Is he gonna try disrupt the race leader? He stayed out another lap, and he's on a 21.8, and Ibrahim does a 20.2. So, and Shifty does a 19.0. He's closed up 1.2 seconds. This man has truly woken up. Holding out for a safety car. I guess he is, but it's a bit of a Hail Mary strat to be throwing when I think I don't see the point now, because who's he battling exactly? He's battling Trixie Flanders? I don't know where he was battling. I think he was in no. He wasn't with the trio of the Ferrari and the Haas. I think he was just well clear, so he doesn't have anything to lose, actually. So, oh, my game volume is gone. I don't know if game volume has just dipped. I can't hear anything. My game's gone totally silent. Where is the sound? Wait, let me try reset this. There we go. It's back, and Two-Sterry has boxed. Now his Hail Mary strat for the game volume. Let me see. This wire. This wire. This wire. I'm messing around with every cable I have, trying to figure this out. I can hear DRS from the controller. Shifty's got DRS on Ibrahim already, so Ibrahim on the hard tyres, not as quick, but he does have 57% battery compared to 22% battery, so maybe that's why Shifty was able to close up so fast. I have absolutely no clue where the game volume is at. Having some technical glitch. It's not working. I don't have any game sound. I can't hear anything on the game anymore. What's this? But the Luke, man. Literally in the battle for the lead, and there's no fucking game volume. Wow. I can hear every other menu except the game. Okay, P5, P6s. And Two-Sterry has already got past Flandex, and actually the Hail Mary strat is going to work perfectly, because now he's going to easily catch Ruben Scott and pass him. And then beyond Ruben Scott, Shifty and Ibrahim are too far away. Just make car noises. Good idea. Can you tell I've never made a car noise in my life? Oh god. Well, if the game engine doesn't want to work, The Diamond's engine will have to. Shifty Wizard takes the lead on Ibrahim. The engine sounds absolutely on point for sure. Shifty Wizard deep into the corner, and Ibrahim's going to come straight back at him. He's got the lead, but he hasn't got the battery. And now Ibrahim repasses Shifty Wizard, and all that hard work to try and get close has just been undone. And Shifty Wizard is forced to fall back behind Ibrahim once again. Tuisteri sets the fastest lap of the race in his pursuit of Ruben Scott. I think his strat of going for the soft tyres has definitely worked out for him. And someone's deep in the runoff, and that's Lehman resetting to track in the Williams car. I don't think anyone will give a shit, though, because he's P11. If anyone wants to report it, that won't be me. Hessam passed Flandex now. I can't remember. I think Flandex boxed... Yeah, he boxed so early. Like, lap 10, he came in for... Is he running a two-stop strategy, or is he just really, really dumb? Still sounds better than F124 engine noise. And Lemon has now retired in the pit lane, so it doesn't even matter for time pens. Shifty Wizard now going for the lead on Ibrahim. This is a second chance of the race. Is he going to get it this time? And he does this a lot more cleanly. Now he just has to watch out for turn 5, because that is the place where Ibrahim can repass him. He's got a lot of battery to do so. So let's see what Ibrahim tries. I haven't tried the F124 beta yet. I deliberately signed up for the latest version possible, because I'm hoping the latest version will be the better version. Ibrahim side by side with Shifty and easily repasses him. There is no contest there, and there's no contest between Touge and Ruben Scott either. 18 seconds to the next car. That is a firm podium secured for Touge. Unless his softs have a dramatic fall off at the end, then he is easily on the podium. How big is... Only 3 seconds. He should be able to build that gap out really easily. I still have no... There we go! The sound is back, finally. Ah, it took a lot of tries. What a joke. What an absolute freaking joke that this game doesn't even want to give you engine sound. Shifty, half a second back. This is just going to be ping pong between the two of them. Into turn 1. Shifty does the first ping. Oh, no. Game engine has gone again. Shifty passes Ibrahim fairly easily, but the battle is only part 1 of 2. Into turn 3. Does Ibrahim want to go for the dive bomb? No, he does not. Ibrahim is sensible for once. Shifty on the power smoothly. Ibrahim on the power even smoother. And now down the inside. Gets the straight line speed. And Shifty is helpless. This is like 3 laps in a row where he passes Ibrahim and then just gets immediately repassed. Ibrahim is firmly in control of this race right now. Needs to pass Ibrahim on the second DRS. He does, but I don't think he can get close enough. If he follows them through turn 1, 2 and 3, I don't think Shifty can get close enough. Especially considering how much more battery Ibrahim has got than him. I think he's just gambling on somehow being able to defend him. Let's see what happens this time around. Hassan will be on the bumper of Ruben Scott very quickly. Both guys extending their soft stints. And Flandex doing his 2-stop strategy. I don't think it cost him any places though. So it should be fine. DRS enabled. Shifty Wizard getting closer. And this time he takes Jundi's suggestion and waits at turn 1 this time. And let's see if he's close enough to go for it into turn 5. Let's see. He hits his apex nicely. He hasn't got much battery though, and that's going to be the issue. Ibrahim wide of the track limits, and now Shifty's getting closer, forces Ibrahim to defend. Not enough though. Ibrahim sticks to the racing line, and Shifty stays behind. This is what I said. Shifty can't get close enough. That's why he was going for it into turn 1 every single lap, regardless of what Ibrahim was doing, and Ibrahim knows this, that he has got control of this race as the tyre stint wears on. And I am gonna go get my second headset, my semi-broken headset, to see if this one will give me any engine sound. I think I broke it when I slammed it too hard one time or something, I don't know. I think I just like yeeted it to the ground and then I heard some inside parts of it just not work anymore. It's not a headset issue. Oh, okay. I had to DNF because I lost all game sound. Oh, that's what happened with you. Yeah, that's so frustrating. Every time the game sound goes, it just goes away. And Shifty Wezza past Ibrahim again. He's not going to wait this time. And let's see what Ibrahim does this lap. Game sound wouldn't play on my TV or headset. It always happens after an update. We're this late into the EA game cycle and they can't fucking fix the simplest things like game sound. I literally rely on the damn engine to drive the car. Like, if I didn't have a game sound, I wouldn't even be D3 pace. Shifty doesn't have audio either. Oh, that's why he's not as fast. He's doing a really good job for a guy with no game audio. He's doing a really, really nice job, actually. Really, really fast for that. How long has he had the audio off for? Did he have it off in the sprint as well? That's why he's over revving the engine so hard, because he can't hear the damn engine. Not sure, just opened the stream. He had it earlier when we were discussing fuel. Ibrahim sits back, waits for turn 5 to be his opportunity. I think the only thing you can do is watch the RPM. It's really hard to read, but I think the RPM gives you a better indication when you're an expert driver than the little lights. Because you want to upshift at about 12k to 12.2k. That's roughly the optimum, and 12k is I think the perfect one, but that also uses up the most fuel, and you only really want to do that in a quali lap. Like 12.1, 12.2, you want to over rev it slightly for the race trim, and I think that helps out in races a little bit. I don't know how, it just does. Yeah, but doing it by ear is second nature. Yeah, it is. I do it as well, but if you haven't got game sound, then the RPM is the only thing you could go off of. I started trying to use the RPM more, and it works well for me so far. It's hard to read, obviously. It'll never be as easy as hearing the engine sound or hearing it when it's revved at the max, but this is the fallback option if you're Shifty without any game sound. Ibrahim's getting closer, and not close enough. Putting the HUD on the halo helps. Can you even do that as a spectator? Wait, can I actually change the on-screen display as a spectator? Wait, I didn't know I could do that. I normally have it on the halo for... Don't worry, I can't. Oh. Damn it. It was worth a shot. Ibrahim is... You could see the advantage swinging to Ibrahim with every corner. Ibrahim has 90% battery. Shifty's only got 40. Final lap, and Shifty is cooked. Touj has closed the gap down to 12.9. Hessam is within 3 seconds of Touj right now. Touj has got 1 lap pressure, so he needs to pull away. And Ibrahim, and now down the inside, into the lead of the race. And Shifty cannot offer a defense of any kind. Hessam gets a time penalty right on cue. So now Toulouse has 0 threats. And Ruben Scott is boxed. With only 5 laps to go, Ruben Scott takes the decision to pit. Is he on a puncture or what? That shouldn't... He's only got 15 laps on those hards. It's the same as Ibrahim. They shouldn't be puncturing. What's going on here? Some Ferrari strats. Is he hoping for a ultra late race? No, what's he doing? That's really, really confusing. There's no point. That was really, really pointless to pit. I wonder if it's a broadcasting issue, because the game engine only started going, like, late stage. I've never had the game volume dip on me while I'm driving. It's dipped on me in spectator mode, like it has just now, but it doesn't dip on me while I'm driving. Shifty Wizard alongside him and ahead of him. Ibrahim, he has a very clear advantage right now, but Shifty just won't give up, despite how old and degraded those medium tyres are going to be compared to the hards. He's got fresher mediums, but only 1 lap makes a really, really small difference right now. Let's watch from the Petronas rear wing of that Mercedes car. Alfa Romeo looking at the rear of this car very, very intently. He doesn't want to run into it. He wants to make sure he never sees it. Shifty wants him in his mirrors. And Ibrahim does not want to see that rear wing when it comes to the checkered flag. He wants to see the flag and not the black rear wing. Shifty, pretty smooth right now. Ibrahim's closer. He should have the overspeed. He already has the overspeed. And this should be a very, very easy pass for Ibrahim. On the inside, Shifty's not even going to defend this. And that is Ibrahim back ahead. And now Shifty is forced to stare at the kick rear wing of the Alfa Romeo. Shifty Wizard driving the number 99. That's the highest number it gets. Can he get the highest number of points? The highest spot on the podium? We will only know our answer at the checkered flag. And this is crucial for the race. Ibrahim has not been repassed at turn 5. And that gives Shifty the ultimate chance to not win. Because I was going to say it gives Shifty the chance to win. But I realised that not being overtaken is advantageous to Ibrahim and not Shifty. We realised that mid-speak. Flandex has a free pit stop, I think, on Dodger. Dodger's a bot as well, so he won't be credited. Wait, how is Sauertub behind Dodger if Dodger's a bot? What kind of race do you have to run to end up behind a bot? And also, where the hell did that gap come from? Why is Dodger's bot like 8.8 seconds ahead of Curtis? They were wheel to wheel before. What, did Dodger pay for a faster AI? What is this? Shifty Wizard has Ibrahim has DRS on a back marker. The luck cannot get higher for this man right now. Oh dear God, can they take it? A random Williams back marker has just saved Ibrahim from being overtaken into turn 1. Shifty with DRS now. He cannot get more unlucky. He has a time penalty as well. That is the win secured for Ibrahim as long as he keeps his car within the white lines. But then again, some of those warnings could be removable, so never count out Shifty just yet. Now onto the final lap. This is where the battery I keep talking about is gonna come to play. Alfa Romeo back-to-back wins. Last week it was Florian. Florian won a race?